Welcome to Smellbad's Gaming. We are here in World of Warships, and a patch has come out and we now have access to the German destroyer line. And here we are in the V-25, the Tier 2 German destroyer. It's my first game in it, and the captain was taken from someone else, so hasn't been fully trained up, and there's been no upgrades to it. So we're looking at, what, 5 kilometers range for the torpedo, and I think it's 8.1 kilometers for the main guns, and they don't do very much damage. I guess it's alright, but its torpedo configuration, as we're going to see, is quite quirky. Well, I think it's quite quirky. What it's got is, to each side you can, I think it's fire 2 or 3 at a time. And then it's got 2 fairly forward-facing tubes that send off 1 torpedo each. And it takes me a while to figure out that I've got a weird configuration like that, and it also takes me a while to realise that I've got the narrow spread activated. In fact, it takes me quite a long time to figure out that that's the case and not actually just a attribute of the destroyer. In fact, I was cursing, thinking, why is the spread so narrow? It's very, very hard to hit anything unless you're really close. Eventually I figure it out. But in the meantime, I run aground, because that's what destroyer drivers do, battleship drivers do. As it happens, it probably saved me, because if you see those torpedoes over there, the circle I was turning was going to continue around straight into them. But as it happens, I get first blood with a devastating strike against, I believe it was a fellow V25 on the other team. And I'm stuck. I'm not quite sure. I was kind of in a panic, I guess, wondering what the hell I'm doing here. And for some reason, it looks like I'm going in reverse, but I'm not. And then I realise I have got the ship on full stop. Smeghead moment. But clearly they thought I was moving, because look at those torpedoes are going to where I would have been again. And they go harmlessly off. So at this point I'm thinking, oh well, I've got a kill, but I haven't done my own ship's health and damage yet. And yeah, quite frankly, I was thinking I was going to have a terrible game as opposed to a mediocre game. But I managed to get myself off the island finally, and now we're going in and around, and we are winning quite comfortably at this point. But all great things must come to an end. I won't spoil it too much. And here you see the front-facing torpedoes. I think it only fires 1. I'm not quite sure. I can't quite recall, but I'm pretty sure it fires 1. And I do believe that's its only spread, of course, because if there's only 1, it doesn't have a spread. So we're coming through here with detected, but I'm not too bothered by that. They seem busy elsewhere. What I'm hoping to do is come up behind, and that was very nearly a collision because I was not paying attention. So yeah, we're off detection now, which is great. They're busy with that other destroyer they've just destroyed, but I don't think they know I'm here yet, which works in my favour. And see, there's that very narrow 1 torpedo shot going on either side of the bow of the ship, which is quite interesting. And now it dawns on me that the spread was already focused and that I can widen it out. Would that have made a difference earlier? I don't think so, but it just shows yet again that I'm a smeghead. So I'm wanting that destroyer. It's another V-25. I'll just call it the V25 from now on. But then I realised that the South Carolina is a much juicier target and it's closer. and they're coming into range, but they're still quite far out. The torpedoes are unmodified, unupgraded, only have a 5k range. They're incredibly slow. They're only 49 knots, which is absolutely terrible. I just, yeah, 49 means that most things can at least outmaneuver them, unless you catch them off guard. And I'm really just struggling to figure out how to use the forward-facing torpedoes effectively. But my usual approach, if I've got the ability to fire on each side, is to do sort of an S. I throw the ship to the left and then to the right. I think most destroyer players do this, but it does make things more difficult for whoever you're shooting at, because your torpedoes are coming from different directions. And yeah, we're being damaged. I'm not too bothered yet, unless they get a very nasty hit on me. And we're still wanting to get some more damage in. So I'm actually going for the V25 again, but then looking at the spread of the torpedoes, I realise it's quite feasible that I will actually get the St. Louis, not St. Louis, the South Carolina. And it's actually looking pretty good. I avoid their torpedoes, but I'm taking more damage. And I'm really hoping to get another good couple of shots off. And I'm on fire again. And there's the South Carolina. Need to get some more torps off. Yes, it's not going well now. And I'd forgotten that my repair kit was off cooldown, so I didn't use it. I don't know if it would have made any difference really. But we're getting these... it seems the torpedoes load pretty quickly on this. That kind of makes up for the fact that there's not many of them, and that they're very, very slow. So if you're in close and manoeuvring like I'm trying to do at the moment, I do get another set of torpedoes off. And there we go. A fairly decent hit from, I believe it was just one torpedo. No, two. But I don't manage to get any more off by the looks of it. So that was it for me, and yeah, at this point it was they were winning, not on points but on ships, and then it evens out, and I thought, oh well, we've got a good chance here. You know, we're reasonably well ahead on points, and skipping forward, we're really well ahead on points, and we've got 2 battleships, a cruiser against 1 destroyer. Now, in all likelihood, this should mean we win. But this is World of Warships. And as you can see, the destroyer on the enemy team has now taken all 3 caps and is rapidly gaining on points, and he's basically buggered off. Meanwhile, our destroyer, our cruiser and 2 battleships are out in the middle of nowhere. And they're saying they're too slow, but I mean, I'm not a great player, but if I'd seen that, I think I would have already started moving forward. As you can see, they are trying to cap, but it's just too late. They did too little, too late. And believe it or not, this is a loss. I cannot believe it. I was gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked. And they could have done this ages ago, but no. This is World of Warships. And wait for the screen to come up, and here we are. It's a defeat. I did get First Blood and Devastating Strike. Not too... You'll see later that Devastating Strike in this destroyer is quite common. As you can see, all the top 5 got Devastating Strike. Now I didn't do particularly well, but I did want to share this because of that ending, and also because it's the first game in the V25 for me. What do I think of it? I think it's an alright destroyer. I prefer it over the American ones. It just seems a little bit more maneuverable. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. And the torpedoes seem quite effective. Whether that's the case, I don't know. You've been watching Smellbad's Gaming. If you've enjoyed this little video on the V25, do hit that like and hit subscribe for more content like this. Thank you very much.